consumption of drugs. Would you like to say something? Jaya, would you like to comment on the fact these are conversations which have been made public? We are trying to get your version. We are just trying to get your version. Do you have anything to say? Would you like to say anything with regards to the conversations that have basically taken place? Jaya, please, we are looking for you. They have been.
I told you.
Questions that have been raised with regards to your conversation with Rhea Chakrabarti with regards to consumption of drugs. Would you like to say something? Jaya, would you like to comment on the fact these are conversations which have been made public? We are trying to get your version. We are just trying to get your version. Do you have anything to say? Would you like to say anything with regards to the conversations that have basically taken place? Jaya, please, we are looking for you. There have been questions that have been raised with regards to your conversation with Rhea Chakrabarti with regards to consumption of drugs. Would you like to say something? Jaya, would you like to comment on the fact these are conversations which have been made public? We are trying to get your version. We are just trying to get your version. Do you have anything to say? Would you like to say anything with regards to the conversations that have basically taken place? Jaya, please, we are looking for you. There have been questions that have been raised with regards to your conversation with Rhea Chakrabarti with regards to consumption of drugs. Would you like to say something? Jaya, would you like to comment on the fact these are conversations which have been made public? We are trying to get your version. We are just trying to get your version. Do you have anything to say? Would you like to say anything with regards to the conversations that have basically taken place? Jaya, please, we are looking for you.
Let's go across to our senior associate editor, Shavan Sen, who's been leading the SIT investigation in the Sushant Singh Rajput case. Shavan, what is the body language that you saw of Jaya Saha? Not only has her name come up earlier, but even in the conversations that we have picked up, her name is there. She's a consultant at the agency and the talent manager for Sushant's girlfriend, Rhea Chakrabarti, and now after ED has spoken to her, you have now confronted her.
Well, in fact, Rhythm Republic Media Network is the only channel to
have confronted Jaya Saha, the woman who has been named by the Narcotics Bureau as well as the Enforcement Directorate in their investigation. In fact, Jaya Saha was called in for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate. She was questioned for roughly about 4 hours. But when Republic TV had some 10-pointed questions, Jaya Saha did not want to respond to any of those questions, given the fact that Republic Media Network earlier in the day exposed this entire WhatsApp conversation that took place on the 25th of November 2019. Jaya Saha was speaking to Rhea Chakrabarti. In fact, she was the one who was basically arranging from certain CBD oil, a drug, a banned substance, and that drug
where Rhea Chakrabarti was actually staying. So the question here is that Jaya Saha was basically trying to deal with narcotic substance, and that is the reason why when we basically asked her about this question about whether at all she has anything to say with regards to what was really happening, she had no answer whatsoever. And that is exactly why, once again, we are raising this question. This entire drug link that has basically been exposed, these people have gone into hiding. Look at what has really happened with Deepesh Sawant, the man whom we exposed in earlier in the day, the man we have been tracking for almost 3.5 weeks right now. He does not want to face the camera simply because of the fact that here is a man who was basically arranging for drugs, not just about few grams that we're talking about, but kilos of drugs for Rhea Chakrabarti. In fact, in the month of April 2020, when they have had multiple conversations, Deepesh Sawant had multiple conversations with Rhea Chakrabarti. They were essentially talking about bags of drugs that were being gotten from Dombivli. Now, the reason why Mumbai police was completely silent about this, and it just becomes even more surprising as to how these characters, Jaya Saha, or for that matter, Deepesh Sawant, they were never called for questioning by the Mumbai police itself. It once again shows the lapses that the CBI has been talking about, because Rhythm, earlier in the day, we also exposed the Mumbai police when it comes to the technical lapses in their entire investigation, and the technical lapses would also include this aspect that few people who have been directly connected in this particular case, they were essentially not called in for questioning, and that becomes very, very crucial.